I was aboard the battleship USS Maryland, BB-46, and I went aboard her about a year and a half before Pearl Harbor. Our home port was, well, there I come upon it was just below Los Angeles, our home port. And we would go out to Pearl Harbor once a year for gunnery practice. And the last we went into California, and that particular year we went out to Pearl Harbor, and things were a little strange. We did not go back to the United States. And they did tell us finally that our new home port would be in Pearl Harbor. Well, that went on for a while. And then this particular week, we pulled in there, and as we anchored, it was two would be against the quays, and then the second ship tied up to you, all the way on back through the battleships. Well, we figured the outboard ship had the best anchorage because the sea breeze and all, and we could go up on the quarterdeck to sleep at night. That was the treasure place to be. Well, we found out a little bit later that inboard would be so much better. But we, at that, shall I go on with, on that particular day we're talking about now, the day that the Japanese planes came over, we were inboard and the Oklahoma was tied up to us. We didn't like that very much, but this is the way it went. Reveille went, we got up, I went in the shower, and on my way out of the shower, I hadn't got dressed yet, they blew over the speaker system throughout the ship this covers, away fire and rescue. Well, we wondered about that, particularly it was Sunday, and what we didn't normally have things like that happen on Sunday. I went to my locker to start to get dressed, and they changed to not fire and rescue, but the that's what I'm coming against now. General quarters, and the bugle sounded general quarters, they rang the bell and so forth. Well, this was a mystery. It never happened before, and we couldn't believe it. So we changed our course we were going to, went to our battle stations, still not believing one bit that it was any more than a drill, and things went by, I would say, 15, 20 minutes, and we heard what turned out to be a couple of bombs dropped up forward. Well, it was still a mystery, and I was in repair station. They had them throughout the ship, so wherever bombs were dropped or torpedoes were hit, you were right almost, if you weren't at this station, you were close to it, so you could, we had about a dozen of us in
as soon as you're ready,
in these stations throughout the ship, so that a person being requiring a doctor or something, he was right there. You get a torpedo hit to block it off, another station probably closer than you. That's the way it was throughout the ship. And eventually our station was called topside to the forward deck.
And at that point, the attack was, you were under attack at this point?
We were under attack at the, as we went up one flight and opened the hatchway, I turned left as I stepped out onto the foredeck. And I could see between the barbetta number 1 and the barbetta number 2, which was about 6 to 10 feet apart. Between there, I saw the bottom of the Oklahoma.